let's talk about well-established market. I think the UK organic market right now is valued around £2 billion. And so I'm just wondering, when you compare with other European countries as well, it's not as up there as in I would expect, just from not looking really at the numbers. But yeah, when you look at countries like Germany, for example, France, Italy, are probably doing pretty well. So from your perspective, I mean, you're heavily involved in this market. Why do you think those numbers are where they are, and what do you look at the bigger picture when you look at those kind of numbers?
Sure. Yeah. And I've seen in the last 7 to 10 years, the UK slipping from being the fourth largest organic market globally by value to, I think we're now the 11th.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a sign of our lack of success, because we've seen almost entirely growth during that period. I think we've just seen more growth elsewhere.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reasons for that. It's a complex picture. I think that out there in Europe, other European countries, there have been more cohesive, joined up plans around organic strategies, which have been very strongly government led. I'd look to countries like Denmark, for example, where they have they're the second highest per capita spenders on organic product in the world, after Switzerland. And they have this, as I say, very, very joined up kind of government-backed, government-supported strategy. But in the UK, unfortunately, we are a little bit more inclined politically to leave these things to the market. We have had some support, but it gives a leg up to a market if you do get that joined up, cohesive government support, particularly in terms of financial support for farmers who want to convert. And I think in countries such as France, where the Bio Ambition plan has seen 22 million euros invested in organic supply chains alone, recent years, just to try and give that a whole boost and lift it, because those governments in those nations recognize the broader contribution that organic can make in terms of ecosystem services and public good. And we're still really in the middle of that conversation in the UK, and there is certainly an ambition in the UK to improve the environmental footprint of farming. There are some contradictory policies that make us scratch our heads occasionally and wonder if that's if it's as joined up as it could be. But what we're not seeing is quite the level of very specific ambition in terms of supporting organic farmers specifically. So that's one of the factors, I think, that is a challenge. And again, in the UK, we're very strongly led by supermarkets. I think in the last 10 years, approximately 70% to 3/4 of all organic sales have gone through a small number of our large supermarkets. And their level of commitment, the ability to invest in it, their willingness to expand, is very much controls the organic market in the UK. I'm pleased to say, I think that they are stepping up to the plate increasingly on organic. Most of them, they really are now starting to see that it has to be firmly in their strategy, that consumers are becoming more planet centric, that organic is a shortcut for many to a healthier, sustainable product. So that is changing. But historically, it's been a limiter to growth in the other countries, for example, Germany and France, who've got much more of an independent retail market. In both those countries, more than 50% historically of organic has gone out through independent retailers. It's given them much more sort of flexibility and room to grow.